history of Dove, and Dot has shared the significance of this building and where Dove is now, and I'm gonna try to talk about Dove's future. Before we look at the future, let me give you a peek at my personal history with Dove and Ray. My name is Brandy. I am on the Dove Board of Directors, and I serve as the secretary. You know, as a little 18-year-old, I applied for the receptionist position here at Dove. I wanted the job more than anything else in my life at 18 years old. Despite Tammy Wilcox telling Ray that she wasn't allowed to hire me because I was born the year she graduated, Patty Plato and Terry Ducey hired me anyway, and I spent a few years in this office right behind us. As Sue Simcox was known as Mother Dove, I was the baby Dove. I was just a 18-year-old. Ray had asked me to begin taking board minutes at Dove's board meetings to help out the secretary, and I was able to learn so much from those years attending board meetings as a young person. I moved next door and started working for Tammy and Ray more often in the administrative office. And when I lost my mom to cancer when I was 21, I knew Dove was where I was supposed to be at that painful time, with Ray and Tammy right there beside me. Looking back, those years right outside Ray's office were some of the formative years of my career. I didn't know it at the time. I think everyone here today that worked with Ray at one point or another knows that his support made you feel like you could do anything. He would smile and say, "I know you'll figure it out." Ray giving Dove staff members a chance to figure it out was a huge factor in Dove's success and the success of its staff. He was a calm and steady mentor. I didn't realize how much I was learning from Ray being in his presence daily. Not only did I learn true servant leadership, I also was at the front desk and received the deliveries of his gigantic shoe boxes and would constantly tease him about it when he arrived. I spent 10 years with Dove and watched Ray retire. Life has taken me to a new career for the last almost decade, but Ray and I kept in contact all the way through last summer. We always seemed to shop at Walmart at the same time on my lunch break when I was in a hurry, and I would turn the corner and there he would be with a huge smile and a hug. And an hour and 45 minutes in, I'd be like, "Ray, I have to go back to work. I'm gonna get fired." So they didn't ask me to talk about the past. I could go on and on and on about my favorite stories of Ray. I'm gonna talk about the future. A piece of my heart has always been with Dove. I was thrilled to be asked to be on the board a few years ago and serve Dove in a new way. Although I'm convinced now that I'm taking minutes again, it's just full. Okay, we've all talked about his giant shoes. They were never flashy or had a heel or anything. They were sensible, comfortable shoes. They were a solid foundation for his tall frame. It's the construction of a foundation that will stand the test of time with anything in life. With the support of the 7 Christian churches, Ray laid the best foundation possible for Dove's future. There's many of us gathered today that knew and loved Ray. If you're here today and didn't know Ray in his life, you know him through his legacy. Ray's legacy has had a monumental impact on the Decatur community, and Dove is a huge part of that. You're all here because you can't help but love Dove. Dove has impacted tens of thousands of lives for more than half a century. Volunteers, congregations, advocates, and staff have built on top of that small, solid foundation that now serves 5 counties with multiple buildings and a staff over 57 strong. All of you did that. However you've chosen to support Dove, no matter how big or how small, you are a part of Dove's legacy, and you're continuing to build on that strong foundation. Ray knew how to put the right people in the right places before he retired. Dove's strong leadership team, Tammy, Darsonia, Bob, Terry retired, and now Liz, have been fundamental in Dove's success, and I need to call out one of those women in particular. As she moves on to her next chapter, Tammy Wilcox has been a leading force for Dove for 25 years. She's led with integrity and set the organization up for success moving forward. Dove is truly positioned for greatness. The future is exciting and inspiring as Darsonia takes the reins as Dove's next executive director. I know Ray is proud and smiling down on both of you. The needs of the community change